Play around with this with Jody, I think, so we can see what these new settings mean. Pair with a Zoom room. Oh, cool. They've put that in that hide non-video participants. That's our stealth mode.
As I don't know whether anybody else is, it could be just me, but I'm really struggling to hear what you say. Like the volume doesn't seem very loud, and I'm turned up full bore. So I don't know. Is anybody else finding it hard to hear Kaz?
Yeah?
No, must be me.
It's coming through loud and clear my end.
It could be your speakers, Jane. You can actually watch the recording and it will come across really loud. I've got really good speakers because this is an iMac 27-inch Retina thing. So when I listen to the recording back, I'm thinking, oh God, Kaz, it's so loud, coming out so loud. But there was nothing I could do about it because if I talk softer, then you're not going to hear me in class. And nobody really wants to sit through 5 hours of recording to be able to hear it. But there's that option there just in case. So Maggie, tell us about your journey.
I mean, I had started here before that happened, and once I got the diagnosis, everything sort of fell apart. But yeah, I mean, like you, I was in denial at first. I couldn't speak to anyone when I first got the diagnosis. Just hearing the word cancer was just so overwhelming.
Yeah.
And thinking I'm going to die, and after a while, and hearing your story, it just so inspired me. I thought, well, Kaz did it. You've just got to fight. So it inspired me to fight harder, definitely.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And that support is huge. And I had a lot of support through, doing some classes. And it definitely made a huge difference. Because basically people don't really understand, they'll sympathize, but you appreciate it, but it doesn't really help.
Yeah.
You need encouragement, you need that inspiration.
Yeah.
And so you and the team, definitely made a huge difference to me.
Honoured to be of service.
Thank you. I'll always be grateful for that.
And one of the things to prevent it from ever coming back is allowing yourself to be nurtured.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because with different types of cancer, there can be different emotional patterns. And with breast cancer particularly, they're usually very nurturing people, but don't receive that amount of nurturing themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because if you look at function of the breasts, it's about nurturing and support. They're designed to support a baby through life.
Yes. Yeah.
And nurture that baby. And that's what they symbolize is nurturing.
I see.
I had a very, very dear friend many, many years ago. It was actually before I did my training. She was a speech therapist and she decided to work with children that had, maybe some social inadequacies or, difficult backgrounds, maybe on the spectrum. And she was constantly giving. Her entire life was giving to others, but she never allowed anybody in to give to her. she ended up having breast cancer, and she did pass away.
Really? That's
Yeah.
sad.
Yeah, because she just didn't have that nurturing that was just pure nurturing.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
she ran a
Very sad.
very big music school, which my kids were a part of. And I took over the school for her, being a musician, while she was recuperating. And yeah, if only I had have known then what I know now, could have been a different story. However, it was her time.
Yeah. 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 I mean, I'm lucky. I have a beautiful daughter who supported me, and I had a church community who, and you know, they supported me too. So it does make a huge difference. I think, yeah, like you say, it would be. I can see how it would be very hard without that.
Yeah, exactly right.
Mm.
But you know, that shows an amazing amount of courage, Maggie, and I'm really proud of you.
Oh, thank you, Kaz.
And you will then go on and inspire so many other women.
Yes, yeah, that's what I'd like to do. Yeah.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
just by telling your story, it can help, as you've seen.
Yes, yes, definitely.
Yeah, and if they know
Definitely.
that you've been through it, they're not going to put up those barriers, or well, you don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Just like me hearing it from you,
Mm.
you know, in the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're right. You know, you don't want somebody working on your car who is not a mechanic and doesn't know anything about cars.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, they have
that's
read
right.
a book, but
Yeah.
it doesn't make them a mechanic.
No.
Yeah. So when you hear it from somebody who has been through it, then
Yeah.
pay attention.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah. And sometimes we need proof.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and
It's true.
you did it.
Yeah.
There's no difference between you and me. No
Yeah.
difference.
Yeah.
So if you can do it, I can do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Done. Proud of you.
Thank you, Kaz.
You're welcome. Okay, so let's get back to it. Yes, Nicole.
I just wanted to add that to that trusting yourself. I had a pretty decent shoulder injury at work. I worked in a mine.
Mm.
During that time, I had a supervisor that was just the devil. And doing this module with the Louise Hay list that you said that you could find, the shoulder injury ended up to be due to a bit of bursitis that weakened the shoulder. Then I got injured. And I read this morning before this class that bursitis is literally wanting to hit someone. So I look back in hindsight, and not that I ever would, but God, I wanted to. So it's moments like that as well, where I was like my body knew before I knew.
Yeah, and it's also that the shoulders, you know, how often have you heard the saying they're shouldering a lot? You know, they're shouldering a lot of responsibility.
Weight of the world on the shoulders.
Shoulders, yes, exactly.
Yeah.
And if that is continued, then it becomes you want to hit somebody. You wouldn't do it, but you want to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Definitely.
yeah. So if looking at your devil of a boss was probably picking on you, putting all these responsibilities on you that you were already overloaded, and it was just adding and compounding until it breaks out into bursitis and you want to hit somebody. You wouldn't, but what happens is you internalize.
Yep.
Yeah. So if we listen to our bodies, it'll tell us the story.
That's the biggest lesson I learned with that in hindsight. My body was telling me for a very long time.
Absolutely it does. Yeah, I hear you there. Yes, Jessica.
Hey, Kaz, I was wondering if you're familiar with Inna Segal and her work on the secret language of the body at all. If you have any thoughts on that one?
You broke up a little bit. What's
Oh, sorry. There's an author, Inna Segal, pronunciation. She's got a book called The Secret Language of the Body, and every kind of element's listed to an emotional and psychological cause. I was just wondering if you'd looked into that one at all. I'd love to get your thoughts if you had.
No, I haven't. Have you got the spelling of that?
I'll put it in chat.
Inner,
That might be.
the girl. It's all right.
Yeah, cigar. Yeah. The
Chrissy.
secret language. Oh, look at the Chrissy. Hey, team. We're in the best place. You guys speaking my language. Chrissy and Tasha. I found it helpful working with clients because if they present with something, it'll take me more straight to the root cause based on her work.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bessel van der Kolk as well. Very, very good with body work of your body. All right, got it. Thanks, Chrissy. Now you will notice as we're moving into more trauma work, we may repeat some things 3 times. 3 is the magic number. The first time we say something, it may be listened to. The second time we repeat something, it's like, oh, okay, yep. The third time connects. It connects with the emotion. So you'll notice in the body psychotherapy, we do 3 times blowing out any residual stuff, because if there's anything left over by the 3rd time, it will connect with the emotion and release it. We do that a lot with saying safety cues. You are safe, you are safe, you are safe. And we might repeat that 3 times throughout the process. You are safe, you are safe, you are safe. Okay, so if something is important, an important cue, an important suggestion, we say it 3 times to have it really connect with where it's sitting in the body. Okay, now who would like to volunteer for body psych? Jane? Okay. Jane beat you to the punch, sweetheart. Or do you have?
Sorry, I'm trying to put myself out there because I'm not usually very brave with these things. So I thought I'm a bit nervous about doing it, but I thought I need to do it. So.
Well, I honour your vulnerability.
Yeah.
Okay, let me just spotlight you. I have turned the recording back on. Okay. All right, Jane. So just closing your eyes over light and just taking 3 deep breaths with me. Breathing in. Very good. And out. In. One more time, breathing in. And just letting it all go. Now, Jane, just want you to check in with your body. Scan your body for any sensation, discomfort, tingles, heaviness, weight, or feeling. And just nod your head when you've found something. Wonderful. Okay. Allow yourself now to really feel it. Feel into it. And now making it bigger. So much bigger. And really validate this feeling. And say, I see you.
I see you.
Where is it sitting in your body, Jane?
Here, the left side. The left side of my stomach and my chest. All up that side.
On a scale of 1 to 10, what is the level of discomfort?
9.
A 9.
It's travelling up.
Now, I want you to feel the last time you felt this feeling, reaction. Was it yesterday, last month, last week?
Last week.
Does it have a colour?
Sorry.
Does it have a colour?
It's red and like a wishy-washy red and black.
Okay. Does it have a shape?
It's like a big long mass.
And is it dense
Yeah.
or is it light?
No, it's dense.
Does it have a texture?
I feel like it's sticky and gross.
Now, Jane, I want you to use your hands. Hold your hands out in front of you. Elbows straight, palms facing up. And I want you to feel the weight of it as you hold it in your hands. Is it getting heavier?
Yeah.
Now, when was the very first time you felt this?
When I was a little girl.
How old were you?
7.
And now with your hands, I want you to physically pull this out of your body. This red and black, long, dense mass that's sticky and gross. I want you to pull it all out and take all the time that you need, making sure that you get every little bit of it out. There's no hurry. You've got all the time you need. Allow these words to drift through your mind. I give myself permission to let it go. Just nod your head when you feel it's complete. Okay. And is there a person attached to this feeling?
Yep.
Who would that be?
My Uncle Terry.
I want you to hand this back to Uncle Terry. All of this stuff that you've just pulled out, I want you to hand it back to Uncle Terry and say, thank you, but this does not belong to me. It is yours.
But this does not belong to me.
It is yours and it's no longer serving me.
It's yours and it is no longer serving me.
And now I want you to take a really deep breath in. Breathing out. And I want you to see grandparent on his side of the family
Yeah.
and see him handing it back to them,
Yeah.
and then them handing it back to their parents, and continue this for 7 generations. Just nod your head.
Done.
Now, Jane, I want you to take a really big deep breath in, and I want you to blow out any remains. So you're breathing all the way in and fiercely blowing it away. And again, all the way in, big super breath, and fiercely blowing it away. And just one more time. Breathing in. Very good. Now shake your hands off, Jane. Wonderful. I just want you to check in with that area now, Jane, and on a scale of 1 to 10, what is the level sensation in there?
1. Yeah, it's not really anything there.